How different do the Nuggets look with Adam at the helm than they did?
I'm not gonna get into that. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. They got a good team. Adam's a good young coach. I thought Mike Malone did a great job. He was there, winning the championship. But I ain't gonna get into the comparison.
What are the challenges of preparing for a team when Adam's only been at the helm for 3 games?
He might do some things differently, but we're not sure yet. So until you see game one, we really don't know how they're going to attack us and how we can attack them. So just kind of see what he's going to do in game one. But it could be different, so we anticipate.
How much momentum do you guys feel like you have right now, given what you went into?
How much what?
Momentum.
Playoffs is totally different. What we had to do to, in the regular season to get to this point, to, be a playoff team without being the playoff play-in, was huge for us. We understand that going to the playoffs is a totally different season.
You obviously weren't the head coach in 2020, but you did get to see, what Jokic was, that Jokic-Zoo matchup. Jokic was talking about how Zoo has grown so much since then. What is it like going into the series knowing that Zoo is going to be the guy drawing that matchup as opposed to 2020 when he didn't get as good as practice?
Yeah, I mean, they know each other pretty well. But Zoo has improved. Post doubles, on the post ups, we trust him. The coaches trust him, our players trust him, and he's been really good for us. So, Joker's gonna be a lot to handle. It won't be, Zoo by itself a lot. But we understand that it's a tough task for Zoo. We got to keep him out of foul trouble, keep him on the floor, just kind of go from there.
To that point, DJ was saying that if ever he's guarding a guy who's not as much of a shooting threat, he's going to be able to help Zoo. How much of a benefit is it for you guys to have guys like DJ, have guys like Nico who are really good in that particular position?
Yeah, it's good. To have length and athleticism, different guys you can throw at them, different guys who can play passing lanes, help and get back to their matchups as well. So it's going to be huge for us, but we'll see what happens.
So how do you envision using Ben Simmons in this series?
Like I said, I think he's been great for us, switching 1 through 5. I think the pace he's brought up for that second unit has been phenomenal. And like I said, we're just talking about being more aggressive. Like, he's unselfish by nature. He told me we need you to be a little selfish. Looking to score the basketball, and his passing instincts are just as good as anybody in the league. So once you get there to the basket, you understand what to do. But he's been great for us. Being able to switch 1 through 5, being able to initiate offense, being able to push the pace and get guys in the shot.
You still trying to get guys to run with him? Because there are times he takes off and everybody else is...
Yeah, we're getting better with that. And I think the last few days we got a chance to get a lot better with our second unit as well. Just kind of get more organization with these young guys and how we want to play.
This versatility, can you use man all over the court in this series?
Yeah, you can. He can guard ones, he can guard Joker a little bit. We can put him on Joker, switch pick and rolls. He can do a lot of different things. So his size, his athleticism, he can do a lot of different things for us on both sides of the basketball.
Yeah, I asked David about your comment that you weren't necessarily going to reach out to Coach Malone just because of the timing of all this and everything. And he said you'd understood if you did, but because you've seen them so much and they've seen your team so much that you don't necessarily need to. But things are different than when you played them early in the year. So I guess how different does it look, I guess, on both sides of the change you all made as well?
Yeah, teams are really different. I think the style of play can be different, but Malone ran a lot of great stuff and it fit this team and what they're doing. And I didn't want to reach out to him because someone loses their job. You don't want to reach out like, how do we stop this team? It's not fair to him. So we're just gonna go in, we're gonna approach it, do what we do, and see what happens in game one.
Between teams, wide, more. There's so many tough shot makers on this team. How important is it to have those tough shot makers in the playoff series?
It's good. It's good. But we got a different mindset for that. But you're gonna have to make tough shots, especially when you're a good offensive player, come from the territory. But just taking care of the basketball is the biggest mindset. And some other things we need to do.
What's it like working with James from coaching and preparation standpoint, like collaborating with them as you're preparing for a final series?
Yeah, it's been great. He understands the adjustment they made in games 3 and 4 to try to guard them, what they did different, and we just need him to be aggressive and have an attack mindset when they do play that kind of defense. And so, other than that, he's James. That's why he's an all-star. That's why he's a Hall of Famer and all those things. But just knowing how teams are trying to guard him, what they're trying to take away, and he has to be aggressive.
As you guys finish putting your touches on this game plan, it still all starts and ends with trying to defend Jokic, trying to figure out how to deal with him.
It's not really a lot of defending him. I think it starts with us. Really, it starts with us. We got to get back in transition. We can't allow them to have 36 points in transition. You know they want to play faster. I know they want to play against our half-court defense. So we got to get back in transition. We got to rebound the basketball, and then we got to take care of the ball. We got to take care of the basketball, not turn it over and let them get out in transition.
Appreciate it, man.
Yep.
Nico, I know Ty said you've been practicing, looking good. How are you feeling right now?
I'm good. I'm good. Now ready to go. I got a good week of rehab. And I was smart to let me stay in LA in last 12 weeks, so I'm good now.
So you obviously expect to play tomorrow?
Yeah.
Right on. Now, what's this level of excitement about getting back into playoff basketball?
You know, it's it's a big expectation. You know, when you play playoffs, I mean, you play in the NBA to play the playoffs. 82 game is cool though, but you want to play in April and until June maybe. So that's why now we're excited. We can really go and be for tomorrow.
Good for 48 minutes.
48?
That was
47.
47. How are you feeling? You got a new league.
No, I'm good. I'm good. You know, it's good to go rehab, good practice the last couple of days. So we're good to go.
What does it mean to you to be in the playoffs again? All these years you've been playing basketball and you still get excited for it.
Well, that's why you're in the NBA. You don't want to play just to be done by 4:15. You want to play those games. That's why you're working out all summer to be ready for this. No, 82 game is cool though, but this is when people are going to start watching. This is when guys start going to step up and play their real game. So it's going to be a great series to me for sure.
How much did you play against Jokic in European basketball and then playing against him over here? How much did you change his game and all?
I don't really play that much. I think we played one time, twice, in FIBA. But obviously, he's the best player in the world. So you can see what happened against this year with the numbers. It's been crazy, especially the last couple of weeks with crazy numbers. So I'm only him because I have a great team and they want to win 2 years ago.
Well, how hard is it to prepare for them with the coaching change they made? Only 3 games without them running the show.
I mean, we can't really focus on that. I mean, that's their problem, but you know, they want 3 games. They play no since that. Like I say, they're still a great team. The lineup pretty much the same like the one they won 2 years ago. You got great players, great fans, great arena, so you know they gotta get experience too. We do have experience as well, but like I say, no, we gotta be focused on us and get ready for what we want to do because I don't think the game will be different with a new coach. Especially not late, but still I think we'll make some adjustments for sure. Be ready for that.
Nico, how do you feel like the adjustment has gone from a mindset standpoint to go from looking at your team as an overachieving team based off preseason expectations to you guys being favored and you guys feeling like you have a chance to really make a deep run here?
I mean, the roster has been different since training camp. You know, Kawhi came back, we made trades, signed players, not signed bench guys like that. So, I mean, the team, last time we played them, the team is totally different. From, I think, June 5th or something like that. So, I think we get like 4 or 5 more players, different players in big key players. So, you know, it's different. I mean, just the roster being different, and we've been playing the last 30 games, you know, I think put ourselves in position to one of the best teams in the playoff in the NBA, so that's good.
Are you prepared to get into these guys in the locker room when it comes to that point in the playoffs?
I mean, we have to. I mean, we have the same record, 15-32 both, so it's going to be interesting to. I'm actually going to be interesting being one of the closest series for sure in the playoffs. So.
Thanks, man. All right, so how good are you guys feeling coming into this one? 18-3, your last 21 games, 8 in a row. How confident are you guys feeling?
As confident as we was all 21 of those games that we was playing. I mean, even the losses we felt good about. We gave it everything we had. We're just going to live with the results as we do that.
How difficult is it to game plan for this Nuggets team with Adelman only having 3 games as the head coach? Just different. How different do they look, I guess?
I mean, I haven't really seen much of them lately, but the film we're watching, I mean, they're pretty much the same team doing the same things. And, I mean, they're a great team, and they're here for a reason. So we're going to go out there and game plan and follow it.
You played him 5 times, but it was all early, and Kawhi didn't play in any of those. So it's kind of silly. You're talking about a Hall of Fame player, but how much does he change what you guys are able to do on both sides of the court?
I mean, like y'all seen through the games he played, he's helped on both sides of the floor, scoring the ball with these doing his thing, and on the defense end, he's causing havoc. So.
What's been the biggest part about being a good defensive team and committed to it all season long?
It's everybody buying in. once everybody bought into the defensive scheme, everything was not easy, but it just came along well.
Going up against Jokic, how much of a challenge is that all the time he's out there in the court?
He's a great player. I mean, just like I said, you got a game plan against those players and stick to the game plan.
Do you guys feel like you have as good of a defender to go against him one-on-one with Zoo, just the year he's had and the progress he's made on that end before the last couple years?
For sure, but Zoo's not out there alone guarding. I mean, he has 4 other teammates out there that's going to help him out throughout the whole time. And like I said, he's never alone out there, so it's always going to be helpful.
How do you anticipate being able to help him in that particular matchup?
Whenever I'm guarding somebody that's not a great shooter, I'm going to be in the paint helping him a lot. And whenever I'm guarding somebody that's coming out those pick and rolls, I'm make sure I'm trying to take away the pocket pass or take away those little flares. So
With that run that you guys had last year, for you particularly with Dallas, what do you feel like you learned from that in terms of just deep playoff basketball?
every play counts. Every play matters. You can't take no plays off offensively, defensively. You got to be aggressive on both ends. Just implant your mark on the game early. You can't try to let the game come to you.
And we've seen Jamal Murray just seems like every year in the playoffs step his game up. What do you think about this time of year makes him so much, I guess, more difficult to play against?
I don't know. That's his game. But I mean, I just go out there and I play defense and I worry about my team and what we got going.
Thanks, DJ.
Thanks.
Thank you.